Hi there. This will be a series of lessons on Beethoven's Ode to Joy from Symphony number 9. And I'll provide 4 levels of lessons. The first level will be just playing the basic melody, either using a pick or your fingers on the first 3 strings of the guitar. Level 2 is going to include chords at the bottom of the melody notes. And level 3, I'm going to show you an easy fingerstyle version of the melody. And then in level 4 of the series, I'll provide a backup track so that you can practice with. So I'll provide links for all these levels when they're done. So in level 1, just make sure your guitar is tuned. Mine is pretty close to A440, I think. And I'll provide a picture of the score that you can use right here. So you can make a screenshot of that, but I'm certain you can find this online easily if you just Google Beethoven Ode to Joy C major. You can easily find it, or you can just follow my fingers and figure out from there. So the melody starts on the first string, and if you play with a pick, I suggest that you strum down for each note throughout the song, and so that first line would sound like this. And without a pick, you can alternate between the first 2 fingers, I and M, index and middle, like so. This is, again, still the first line. All right. In the left hand, the first 2 notes are open, meaning no fingers. Just keep your hand close by. I'll keep it here so you can see that there's no fingers there. Then F, 1st fret, G, 3rd fret, G again, F, 1st fret, E open, D, 2nd string, 3rd fret, 2nd string, 1st fret for C, 2 of those, back to a D, E, 1st open, E again, a longer one, and 2 Ds. All right, here goes that first line again. Okay, and the second line begins exactly like the first line, and it's actually almost identical to the first line except for the first measure, the first box in that line. And here's that second line. Again, it starts on E and it goes like this. Here it is with a pick, if you're using that. Second line. And using the fingers in the right hand, index and middle. And that last measure at the end of the line, instead of E, D, D, like the first line, in the second line it's D, C, C. On the 2nd string, 3rd fret, 2nd string with a 3rd finger. C, C. All right, and you'll notice that the bottom line, the 4th line of the song, is identical to the second one. So when you learn the second line, you actually learned the second and the fourth lines, so that's half of the song. And if you learn the first line and the second line, you already have 3 lines out of 4, right? Because the second and fourth lines are the same. So here goes line 1 again. And line 2. And that fourth line is exactly like the second one. Okay, and here's that third line, which is much more difficult than the other 3 lines, just because it's different and because it has a couple of pairs of eighth notes. If you look at the score, you'll see what I mean. And here it is with a pick. Starts on a D, 2nd string, 3rd fret. I'll play the whole line for you. That last note was a G on the 3rd string open, no fingers in the left. And here goes that line without the pick, and I'll call the notes out loud so you can maybe follow along. First 2 notes are 2 Ds, 2nd string, 3rd fret, D. E, 1st string, C, 2nd string, 1st fret, D, E, F, E, C, D again, E, F again, E, D, C, D, and here's that G, 3rd string open. All right, you got to watch out for those E, F couples, the 8th notes. Okay, and you can actually practice the 3 notes, E, F, E, E, F, E, and then E, F, E, C, like so. Close up of my left hand maybe. Let's see. Okay. So here's the entire piece again. Do it twice, once with a pick, once without, and feel free to play. I'll go slow and I'll wait a little bit between the lines so you can maybe keep up with me a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 2. Line 3 on D. Here's the G, and line 4 on E. C, C. Okay, and here it goes again with the fingers in case you want to try that. Again, you want to alternate between these two. If you're not used to playing with the fingers, just play with the pick, but some of you who are studying classical guitar might want to try that instead. And you can play your thumb on any of the bass strings for balance if you want. You don't have to, but you can try that if you want. Here it goes. Line 1 beginning with E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 2 on E. Line 3 on D. That's the G. And line 4 on E. All right, so take your time with that. I would suggest that you practice this very slow, maybe even slower than what I'm doing. And one line at a time is quite important. If you try the whole thing at once, you might struggle too much. And maybe you can learn the first 2 lines in the first sitting, and then let that sit for a while, and then learn the third line, and then kind of put it together. Maybe it'll take you 3-4 days altogether. And if you have a hard time keeping up with me, even though I'm playing kind of slow, if you have a hard time keeping up still, I suggest you watch the video and then play without the video at your own tempo, maybe even a slower tempo, a slower speed. Tempo means speed. So thank you for watching. This is part 1 of the video. Please like and subscribe if you want. I would really appreciate that. So please stay tuned for part 2 of this lesson, which will include some chords at the bottom of the tune, something like this. Thanks for watching.